Alright, I guess this will do. I'll say, yeah, I'll do that instead. My ass over here. It's a little bit out of it, but oh well. Yeah, I know I look a little bit weird because of this lighting, but I don't know how to deal with that. My eyes are just kind of sunken in. I don't know. Just deal with it for the time being. I know I look, like I say, freaky or whatever. I tried covering that with something white, a white sheet, but that didn't help and made it darker. Anyway, so let's get down to business here. Okay. So what I want to do with this video is go over the reviews and give my thoughts. Well, what happened was YouTube gave me a video in the feed from the 13th Beast album, just a song, resulting in me leading me to click on a few others and actually liking what I heard. And I then decided to come here and just have a look what people were thinking about this album. And after, well, looking at this, yeah, just scroll down. Okay, so got the 10 Commandments, Retribution, Stillborn, which is the ones I like. And then you have Eternal. And I've checked out in Cold Blood. Yeah, and then yeah, all these. I don't remember doing that. The Will to Kill, I think I heard, and I didn't like. So anything after Stillborn, I did not like. I ain't even heard of that one yet. Yeah, that's probably why, because I lost interest. Yeah, the Fine Art of Murder, that's another one I didn't like either. I don't like the vocals. I can't remember exactly, but I didn't really. I only clicked on. Yeah, I only clicked on it once. So there's these three albums, and now the 13th Beast I think is okay. But again, the point of this video is looking at the reviews. There's only 8 of them, with the overall of just under 70%. It consists of 8 reviews. So 69% consisting of 8 reviews. So looking at that, this is an album, 35%. And after hearing it myself, now I'm just getting into these guys. And people have been raving about them 20 years ago to me. I remember uploading a video on the YouTube those years ago when somebody told me, "Oh, you're missing Malevolent. You're missing Malevolent Creation," and I explained, "Oh, I'm not really into them." And listening to them now, they're okay. And yeah, so looking at these, going over these reviews, this is an album 35%. Now, what annoyed me, not pissed me off, it's just this album is fucking boring, man. Nearly 50 minutes of furious thrashing death metal, which is what the band is. If you go back to the first 3 albums. Just saying. The fact that it's done with the unbridled enthusiasm of Ben Stein. What? That's how my voice sounds. Well, it just raised the question in my mind: what do these guys expect? Maybe they don't like Malevolent Creation. Now, well, it's almost suggesting it's almost like I'm suggesting that if the review is beneath 50%, then maybe, but I know that's not logical. But still, well, it's based on what the guy said, even the first few sentences here. The 13th Beast is fucking boring, man. What do you want from these? Now, if I was to talk to this guy, Demon Fang, I would ask him, well, okay, what bands and what albums do you like? And I'd basically say to him, I'm almost curious what you would come up with. So carrying on with these reviews, there's only 8 of them. I'm going to go through Deicide and Cannibal Corpse afterwards. Hopefully it won't be too long of a fucking video. I don't like doing that. But, okay, Okay, this is 70%. Now, honestly, listening to this, I would give it at least 85%. Now, of course, again, I don't really know the band that well yet. I go through so many fucking bands. In fact, I'm going to do that with that'll be another video. I'm going to just go over some of the bands and albums that I like that are not really all about. Well, I do have I do have another channel where I'm uploading full albums. Usually, I just uploaded Diabolic's Subterranean Magnitude, which I decided to leave the first 2 tracks out because they're not really music. I don't know what the hell what the band was thinking, but it's gonna be, my channel consists of what I think to be underrated, just my preference of death metal. Basically, that's the best way I can really say it. Okay, so the ever prolific Malevolent creation offer 13th straight up death metal. Okay, so but it's strange that he gives, like, this doesn't really follow 70. What is it? 70% after saying this. That doesn't really make sense. This, the way, I don't know what prolific means, but straight up death metal assault. That sounds to me like the guy would think it's 95% or something like that. That doesn't make any sense. 83%, yeah, whatever. 60%. Now again, the best example I can think of is, even Cryptopsy. They created an album that nobody liked, along with Sepultura, Roots. Now I'm not really into Cryptopsy, so I can't remember the title of the album, but they really pissed fans off with one album that they did. So, I mean, something like that, a drastic change would warrant a low rating, or low percentage like that, low rating. And I'm not going to read any of these. That would take me way too fucking long. New chapter, same old. This is another review that annoyed me. Same old story. Again, what do these guys expect? I don't get it. 78%. Yeah. So I think I drove the point home there. So, yeah, I'll do Deicide right now. Now, Deicide is a band I've known for about 30 years. I think the first, that doesn't fucking matter. I was going to say that the first song I ever heard was Dead But Dreaming, played on the radio, but who cares? Now, I wasn't always into the first album, but listening to it recently, it's always been okay. I mean, I like the music, but I'm not so fanatical of the vocals. I don't like the screaming. And some of the effects that they use are not to my liking, really. What else? Yeah, it's an okay album. I would give it about 80%. Now, I know this is a worshipped album. Okay, so we got 89% consisting of 24 reviews here. So going over this, 88%, that's good. I agree. 85, okay. 95, 100%. So this is doing good. It's got mixed reviews. I've looked at it before. And a realm of its own, 80, okay. Now, also, I should point out that my favorite album from the entire discography would be Once Upon the Cross, mainly because it's what I think that death metal is. But that would be the one question. I mean, what are people's idea of what death metal is? Because I've posted comments on various album uploads, and I just don't like the screaming vocals. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of bands should at least do based on my experience, I know why now, because a lot of people, these freelance assholes, well, there's a lot of greed out there. Like I said in my one video, if anyone clicked on it, it would have cost me $800 fucking dollars to do a 10 song album, which I'm trying to work on. And that's what bothers me too. I mean, well, I'm not in it to be ambitious or innovative. I'm only into it because I want to create more of what I like, which I think is lacking. And a lot of the bands that I've been into for years, decades, have really turned sour or just, I don't know. But, okay, so this is, 50%. Okay. The sound is the problem. I can't entirely, I don't disagree with that, but I would still give it at least 85%. Because it's fast, it's death metal. But Once Upon a Cross I would give about 90% because it's too short. It's got good riffs on it, catchy music, but that's what I'm into. Maybe a lot of people are not. Whatever. Okay, so moving on to Legion. 91% with 31 reviews. 65, right from the get-go, a fucking slap in the face, I guess. Ferocity in place of memorability. I can't... Well, what do you expect? That's what death metal is. It's ferocity. Mostly. There are some bands that aren't fast. Memorability. What? What does that mean? 65%. I mean, Legion is just a sequel to fucking Deicide. I don't know. My favorite songs on Legion are what is it? Cacodemon, Dead But Dreaming, and Repent to Die. Or Revocate the Agitator, I mean. Those are my three favorites. And the only problem I have with is the duration of this, the overall duration of the album. The songs in between are okay. I would give this about 85%. And that's coming from a guy who's into, well, let's see here. Monstrosity, Imperial Doom, Sinister, Diabolical Summoning along with Hate. Hate. Cross the Sticks is okay. Yeah, Monstrosity, Millennium, and In Dark Purity. Disincarnate, Dreams of the Carrion Kind, Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated. Eaten Back to Life is more musically, it's more thrashy, not so much death metal. But Bloodthirst, Suffocation, obviously, Pierce from Within would be my favorite. The Effigy of the Forgotten is also good, just not as good. What else can I point out? I don't know. So many bands. But based on those mentions, I think anyone who clicks on this video can get an idea, of where I stand. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so this one's doing pretty good also. 70%, I was saying. Second album, Stodge. I don't know what a Stodge is, but 70%. Again, what do they expect? Now, this was before, well, I don't know what this was in 2022, so who knows? Who knows what the guy heard before it? But if it was the case that he heard Deicide and then Legion in chronological order, then that would make no sense. I don't know, but okay. So looking at Once Upon a Cross now. I also like Serpents of the Light, but I won't include that. Okay, 94%, 73% towards catchy deicide. And that's a problem. He doesn't like catchy. Annabelle, I don't know what the fuck that is. 75% junk food and one night stands. Whatever that fucking means. Okay, I got a good one here. 30 fucking percent. None upon the cross. What the fuck? Maybe you're not into deicide, maybe you're not into death metal. Petra Steel. I don't know. Well, Once Upon a Cross has set a new standard for the band's sound. Of course, the music is different. Yeah, from the other two, but I mean, it's still death metal. As in the tuning that they've gone lower over the years, and productions sound like this, making what? Most of the records sound like this? No. Glenn Benton does a lot of screaming. And I've only heard most of their albums once after Serpents of the Light. And I don't know. Then again, even if the music changed to some extent, they've always ventured into the repetitive lyrical okay, so his big deal is the themes. The more you listen to Deicide at this point, you should be interested in the music. Yeah. This record specifically has death growls without any other what? So he's annoyed by the lack of variety. I don't know. Much less than the sum of its parts. I don't even know what that means. 50% though. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just move on to Cannibal Corpse. This is ridiculous. That's why I don't like uploading a lot of or recording long videos. Okay, so Eaten Back to Life, 85% to 21, 100%, 95, 90, 60. Contains lyrics that may if that's the main basis for this review, then that's no. But this review is garbage itself. Okay, so this is doing good. 93, 70%. The beginning of cannibalism. It sounds more complimentary considering the nature of the band. 70%, that doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't that be at least 85 or something like that? I don't know. Early Hours Open Road, 74%. Again, it sounds complimentary because it's a lyric reference. So to say 74%, what the fuck is that? Like I say, it just raises the question I mentioned back when I was looking at the Malevolent Creation 13th Beast reviews. What did they expect? What did they want from the band? Did they not listen to the first 3 albums? What? Granted, Stillborn sounds a lot fucking different than the first, even the second, but anyway, let's look at, there's a lot here, I think. Yeah, how many was there? Doesn't say. Oh, there's, yeah, okay, 21. Okay, that one I didn't like. I didn't like Butcher at Birth that much, but still, my my opinion, the reasons differ completely from all the people who review. Tomb of the Mutilated, 86% overall. Okay. The Blueprint. Okay, so this one's doing good. Well, if this one is doing this good, I shouldn't have a problem with my Horror versus Beauty album, which may someday be heard. Death metal is a work ethic. And I get that what? 73% with that head or that title. What? Alright, yeah. You guys get the idea if anyone's still listening in at 22 minutes, almost 23. So, and again, I'll be trying to figure this light situation out so I can stop using my fucking laptop, which requires a lot of setting changes every time I go to do a video. And I guess I'll also mention that I don't know what I'm gonna like. I don't do shows. Well, I don't have any material to do shows with, even if I was to. So I don't really know what videos I would do because I don't do much. But I'll figure something out. Anyway, that's it for now.